All right, welcome everyone. We are letting everyone into our presentation today. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your lunch hour with us. We're going to give everybody about 2 minutes to get in and get logged in, and then we'll get started. And if you can let me know when we're at about 50, that would be great.
Absolutely, Faye. We are right at 4950 participants right now.
All right, I think we can get started then. Everyone's anxious. I'm so glad you're here. We are, despite what the tundra looks out like out there today, we are 45 days away from spring. And this is one of my favorite things to do during the year because it reminds me that we are so close to spring and getting fresh vegetables again. So, it looks like of our participants, I was taking a look at the poll that you that you filled out when you signed in, and about 40% of everyone participating today has not participated in a CSA before. So thank you and welcome. I hope you learned a lot today as we go through this presentation, where we are going to dive right in. We are going to take we will be talking about sourcing local vegetables throughout these presentations. So in the chat, if you would want to drop in what your favorite fresh vegetable is, that'll kind of let us test to make sure that you can get to the chat and participate. So our moderators and our organizers today, I'm Faye Barron with Human Resources. We have Shannon Stanley, also with Human Resources. We're both in the benefits section. And then Katie Harvey, who is our wonderful colleague over at Organic Association of Kentucky. A quick overview of our agenda today. We're going to quickly cover what a CSA is, why we offer it, and how it works. And then we're going to meet our partner farms at the Organic Association of Kentucky, that's Katie and Natalie, and our 5 extraordinary farm partners. After that, we'll have a quick recap of important dates, and then we will have a little Q&A. And by being here today, by signing up and participating, everyone is register to win one of our CSA shares. That's the share of your choosing with the farm of your choosing, and that's a potential value of between $500 and $1,000, depending on which share size you choose. So to make sure that you're entered into the raffle, you want to make sure that your full first and last name are present in your Zoom. So rename yourself in your Zoom so that we can get a good list of everyone that is participating today. And then before we get started, we're also going to launch a poll to see how you heard about us today, whether it was from the benefits fair that we had back in the fall, or the payroll coordinators, or maybe the flyers that get sent around, or maybe other, like hearing it from a friend or colleague. And I hope that everybody saw that pop up. All right, looks like a lot of you saw our flyers, so that is wonderful. I'm glad that those are being circulated around. All right, let's get started. So what is a CSA farm share? That is a community-supported agriculture share, and it is a subscription to a farm's harvest. You sign up in advance for a weekly share of fresh, local, seasonal produce, usually 20 weeks between May and October. You pay at least a portion of that subscription up front, and that provides your partner farm with more working capital earlier in the growing season. So as part of as a CSA member, you are buying into the farm and becoming a shareholder. This means that you share the inherent risks of farming, including dealing with weather, pests, and unexpected circumstances, but it also means that you benefit from being the #1 priority when it comes to enjoying the bounty of each weekly harvest. So these photos are some examples of CSA shares from our partner farms, and they really do a good job of highlighting the variety of items you can expect to see through the growing season. So what are the benefits? The biggest benefit is access to food at its absolute freshest and nutrient density. We have convenient pickup locations, most notably right here in the Government Center lobby for those of us who work here, and then also lots of locations around the city. Our partner farms do more than just grow amazing food. They provide us with ample information about what's going on with their farms and great tips on how to use the produce that they deliver to you. And we'll talk about more about the financial impact in here in just a second. So we offer this program because participating in a CSA can have a real impact on well-being. That could be from getting exposed to new produce, getting new recipe ideas, or adding the freshest available vegetables to your favorite recipes. For me, it's that little dopamine boost that I get from seeing my share in the government center on Thursdays when they deliver here. But we also know from research from the University of Kentucky's CHA voucher program that there is a significant potential for several health benefits, like the ones that we have listed here. We all know the benefits of keeping your blood pressure in check, but high levels of carotenoids, better known as beta carotene, lutein, lycopene, those come directly from the foods that we get in these vegetable shares. And high levels of carotenoid boosts antioxidant defense and lowers inflammation, which are all good things. So really quickly, we'll get into the nitty gritty of the CHA or the CSA program itself. We are entering our 10th year of offering this program, and we are so excited about that. As a matter of fact, we have supported almost 1,000 individuals in accessing a local CSA, and that has generated more than $200,000 in local farm impact just from the CHA, just from the vouchers alone. And that's just a portion of the overall sales impact. So that is something to really be proud of here. And we love these statistics. So the CSA share sizes, they're usually small, regular, and extra large. The sizes may vary by the farm, but it's usually about 5 to 7 items for a small share. That's good for a couple of people who do, a lot of cooking at home. That's what I have. My husband and I use the small share. Regular share has about 7 to 10 items, and that's going to be for a medium-sized household or people who do a lot of their cooking at home. And then the extra large share, you'll have about 10 to 12 items, and that's really good for larger whole households or people who want to preserve through canning, freezing, etc. So our partner farms offer these varying sizes, and you can see the difference here between the overall price and the weekly price breakdown with the voucher and also without the voucher. So it's a significant savings, and again, something that we're really proud to offer to our employees. So signing up for the CSA share, that's through a SurveyMonkey, and it is a taxable income that will be reported on your W-2. Once you fill out that SurveyMonkey and kind of indicate that you know that that's a taxable benefit, you'll receive a confirmation email that'll have this year's voucher code and a link to our program page that you can look at all of the farms, and then there's a data matrix there that kind of compares them at a glance. And then you go to your preferred partner farm, sign up for your share with them, and then add your voucher code to the checkout on the farm's website. Your email from me will have instructions on each farm's individual process for checking out and applying that voucher code. So they make it pretty easy for you. With your farm, you can review the payment options and make payments accordingly or all up front. But know that the voucher at this time does not cover the full cost of any CSA share. So just a quick overview and a few reminders. It's a $250 voucher towards the CSA purchase. This voucher is available to full-time and part-time LFUCG employees. It is first come, first serve. We don't have an unlimited number of vouchers, unfortunately. This year we have 5 partner farms, uh, each having their own sizes and pricing and variety, but do expect mostly vegetables. Not a whole lot of fruit in this area with the CSA shares, but we do get some, but we do like to remind you that this is primarily a vegetable share. Our farms offer things other than vegetables. With some offer eggs, meat, pantry items, flowers. You can add those onto your share, but just keep in mind that the $250 voucher only applies to the vegetable share. You cannot use that towards just eggs and flowers at this time. And then picking up your share, we try to make that as easy as possible. The government center here, again, a main drop off, but we have other LFUCG offices, and we also have um, locations around the city, West Sixth Brewing, Whole Foods, and each farm will list their delivery options on their site so that you can pick the thing that works best for you. And then just very quickly, if you aren't able to pick up your share when it's delivered, we do donate those to Glean, Kentucky so that they do not go to waste. So here is the overall timeline for this year's program. Today is the kickoff, yay. April 13th is your last day to claim a voucher, and then April 14th is the last day to redeem that voucher with your farm. So now that I've gone through my spiel very quickly, I think this might be a record. We are going to pass things over to Katie Harvey with Organic Association of Kentucky, our wonderful partner, so that she can let you know how they collaborate with us, and she's going to introduce you to our farms.
Thanks so much, Faye. I really appreciate it. And excited to be here with you all today as we kick off the 10th year of the CSA voucher program and to hear more about the partner farms, which is what we know that's kind of why you came and all the great info. But just want to kind of explain our partnership a little bit more. Um, as Faye mentioned, I'm with the Organic Association of Kentucky. That's a nonprofit. We work statewide across Kentucky to support and advance organic regenerative agriculture. I'm also joined by my colleague today, Natalie Ryder, on the call. And we're so excited to have this CSA program and partnership with LFUCG. And we work across Kentucky with other employers like the city of Lexington to help partner Kentucky farms with businesses and organizations to promote access to local foods and to increase that affordability and convenience of eating seasonally throughout the growing year. So just really excited for this partnership and happy to be here with you all today and excited to hear a little bit more about the partner farms that will be in their 2026 season. So first up, we'll have Ann Stone from Elmwood Stock Farm.
Hello, thank you, Katie. I appreciate the introduction, and thank you, Faye. Really good to be with you all today. Nice to see you again. My name is Ann Stone. I'm from Elmwood Stock Farm. We're here in Georgetown, Kentucky. I farm with my husband, Mac, my brother, John Bell, and a great team here that we couldn't do anything without all the folks here on the farm. We do offer our CSA around Central Kentucky, including pickup downtown there at the Government Center on Thursdays. Additionally, in Lexington, we offer several other pickup locations. I'll run through them here quickly. The YMCA on High Street, West 6th Brewery on 6th, Vinaigrette Salad Kitchen out in Palomar, Good Foods Co-op on Southland, Whole Foods store on the south side of Lexington, and the 3 Liquor Barn locations around town, Hamburg, Beaumont, and Richmond Road. Lexington Seafood, which is in the Chevy Chase area. The Lexington Farmers Market downtown Saturday location. And then we also have some neighborhood pickup locations in Belcourt and Kenwick. Something else that is popular is home delivery of your CSA share. There is an extra cost for that. Everything else that I mentioned is a free pickup location. We also have locations for pickup here at the farm. Some of our members like to drive out, as well as Nicholasville, Paris, Frankfurt, Midway, Versailles. And then we travel to Northern Kentucky and we travel to Louisville if there are any, employees that might live elsewhere and prefer to have a pickup closer to their home. Our CSA season runs for 20 weeks for this voucher program. It's mid-May to the beginning of October. We do have the 3 share sizes that Faye mentioned. And we usually recommend if you're new to a CSA program, you might start with the smallest size. For our farm, that would be the mini share. It gets you into the system and the process of having fresh vegetables, delivered for you every week. And then you can always add on extra things. And if you find that you're eating it all up in 3 days, you can graduate up and kind of move up to a larger share size that might be better for your family. We do have a customizable. I mentioned that you could add on extras. You can do that any week. You can also remove items. So we grow several things that are some people's favorite vegetable and some people's most hated vegetable. And I think about like Brussels sprouts and beets, and they're items that kind of fit in that category. So if you never want to see a beet, you're welcome to remove that from your share and add on extras of tomatoes or salad lettuce or things that you know that you really enjoy. We do have a payment plan, so you can pay all up front. You can also use your voucher for one of your payments when you sign up and then make the rest of your payments monthly. You can pause your share when you're on vacation. Probably most all the farms have this kind of option for you where you would pause it. At our farm, you can carry that credit over and use it for additional things, later in the season. So the voucher works for the vegetable shares, but we also offer additional add-on shares. We have egg shares, flour shares, meat shares, which are quite popular. We have like a surprise meat where we'll choose an item for you each week, or choose my own, where as the member, I would go in and choose the items that I want that particular week. We've partnered with some local businesses that have the same values as our certified organic farm. An organic coffee share is an option, or a sourdough bread share is an option. I mentioned organic, and that is important to us. That transparency, that third-party certification, and a lot of the research that Faye spoke about was done based on an organic CSA. So if you're making the commitment in your life, to eat a lot of vegetables, then why not make sure they're certified organic? I did want to say how much we appreciate being a part of this program. I mean, 10 years is awesome. I think we've been part of it since the beginning, but to have your employer like offer this benefit, that's just never something that was offered in jobs long ago. So it's a really nice benefit. It's really awesome, that they're going to pay you to eat good food. So one tip I might have as a member is to try a new item. So I mentioned a few vegetables earlier, but if you're used to getting your burgers at the supermarket, why not add on some grass-fed certified organic beef patties one week and try something new? Or if your farm share comes with a vegetable you've never tried before, go on and leave it in and give it a try, because you'll probably be surprised with the flavor, the freshness, involving your kids in preparing the meal. I was just speaking with someone here at the farm yesterday, talking about one of their teenagers helping prepare the sweet potatoes, and the bright orange color of the sweet potato. I mean, that kid is like invested now. And so they're going to eat them, and hopefully they're going to love them. And then that's like a new vegetable that becomes a favorite for that family. So our website has our contact info as well as on the screen now. So be sure to reach out if you have any questions. We'll be glad to help you and set you up with the right size share. So thanks so much for your time.
And thank you. I really appreciate all the information and the tips. I feel like the trying something new is one of my favorite parts of CSA. Up next, we're going to have Bryce Bauman from Lazy Eight Stock Farm.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I'm Bryce from Lazy Eight Stock Farm. We're located in Paint Lick, Kentucky, which is in Madison and Garrett County. We're about 5 miles west of Berea. We've offered a CSA for 14 years now, and it's just, made it possible for us to kind of continue to farm. I always knew I wanted to be a farmer, and it's amazing the support that we get from all of our CSA members to help make that dream possible. So we really appreciate that. Um, our CSA is fully customizable, and we've found that's really important to make CSA work for our customers. We know that the things we have to do on our end to grow the vegetables, but we know there's some things that our customers really appreciate, and most everyone offers that now as an option to customize their share. But some people think they're doing us a favor by not customizing their share, and we want you to customize. Like, it's important to get the vegetables you want. So please do that. You can go to the next slide, Katie. Our season is 20 weeks. We start in early May and we end in late September. We find that it's just really busy in the fall sometimes, so we start in that main season a little bit earlier in the fall season. You still get some fall veggies, but once school gets back in session, we know everyone's life gets crazy, so we make this main season end in late September. It's broken up into two 10-week sections this year, and we're going to build a week in the middle of it to give everyone on the farm a break because July comes around and it is just crazy. So we're going to be intentional and split that up this year so everyone can kind of catch their breath and be ready to go back to work in the fall. There are three different share sizes. Again, as Ann said, it's important if you've never done it before, start small. There's no negative reinforcement if you're trying to make some behavior changes like a bunch of uneaten vegetables in the fridge. So start small, and then add extra or move up if you need to. Um, finding something that can work for you is really important. Um, We've got lots of pickup sites in Lexington. You can pick up at the farmers market. That's a good option. We're downtown on Saturdays and on Southland Drive on Sundays. If you come to the market to pick up your share, it gives us, if you forgot to add something to your share, you can put that in there at the market. We get a chance to chat, or you can ask any questions. It just helps us build the relationship between us and you, our customers. So we love to see everybody's face. If that's not possible, we have lots of other options, including Good Foods Co-op on Sundays and Whole Foods Market a couple times a week, which allows an evening pickup. Sometimes work schedules are kind of challenging, so they're open late and you can go pick up later in the evening. So you can also change your pickup location. Sometimes your work schedule might change, so you can adjust your delivery schedule and move your pickup site from a Thursday to a weekend share. If you're going to be on vacation out on the weekend, you can move it to a weekday pickup. So really use those features, and that helps make it work for you. Uh, One big tip that I would say is really important. You might be getting vegetables that you don't know what to do with, or food gets backed up in the fridge. Learning to cook without a recipe is so helpful. To just get a big cookie sheet and a jug of olive oil and a bunch of salt, and pretty much anything besides lettuce can be roasted. Well, watermelons might not roast too well, but put it on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven and just have a mixed mishmash of all kinds of roasted veggies. It doesn't get any better than that. And it's a great way to move through a bunch of produce. So thanks for being with us here today. We'd love to hear from you. You can call us, check on our website, send us an email. We'd be glad to talk with you. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Bryce. Really appreciate it. Lots of great info. And up next, we're going to have Ryan Burnett from Hickory Grove Farm.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan, and I operate Hickory Grove Farm. We're located in Shelby County, Kentucky, and at the core of everything we're trying to do is a very simple goal, and that's feeding people well. That belief is why we farm the way we do and why our market style CSA looks a little different than most. Most people will participate in our CSA for about 24 weeks, usually from late April through October. And we grow more than 18 different crops throughout that season with many different varieties of each. Due to the nature of our CSA, you can really start earlier or finish later. Saturdays and Wednesdays, we are year round. The CSA cost is $700 when paid in full and $720 if you choose our installment plan. If you are going to use our installment plan and the voucher, please reach out to us because we need to sign you up on the back end because there's some extra things we have to handle to make that happen. In return for that $700 or $720, you receive a market card with $800 on it that you can use at our stand over the course of the season. We consider that a regular share, so that $250 voucher works for it. That built-in value is intentional. It allows people to stretch their food dollars further while still choosing exactly what they want. Instead of being locked into that weekly box, you're able to shop in a way that matches your household, how you cook, and how often you shop, and how your needs change throughout the season. That CSA isn't about maximizing the volume during a set season. It's about making good food not only easier to afford, but also easier to use. So why did we structure our CSA this way? We designed the CSA to remove as many barriers as we could. Not everyone we know can commit to a weekly pickup day, and not everyone wants a box of produce chosen for them. By keeping it a market style, people can shop when they're able, take what they'll actually use, and still stay connected to where their food comes from. This flexibility allows us to feed more people, not just ones whose schedules line up perfectly. This also allows our members to pick out their own produce and still participate in the community of the farmers markets and have that experience as well. So in addition to the vegetables, we also offer eggs, poultry, beef, pork, and a range of pantry staples. These include our smoked pulled pork, soups and bone broths, prepared meals, and gluten-free options like quiches. For many of our members, that means that's a one-stop shop for a large portion of our food. And for us, it means fewer gaps between our farm and the table. So our service area includes all of Lexington. We are at the Lexington Farmers Market during the summer season, 5 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and year-round, Wednesdays and Saturdays. The Tuesday, Thursday markets are on National Avenue. The Wednesday night market is in Gray Line Station. Saturday downtown in the Fifth Third Pavilion, and Sundays on Southland Market. This year, for if anyone living in the Louisville area, we will also be in Crestwood at Udell Gardens the last Friday of the month. So kind of what our my CSA member tip is one tip that I like to give all the new members is to think seasonally, shop lighter early, explore the new items as they come in and the season grows, let your purchases grow and let that guide you of how you're going to use your market CSA card. At the end of the day, the CSA is about making food easier to access and keeping farming grounded in the community. Be sure to take a look at our website, Instagram, and Facebook pages. I'll drop those in the chat. And thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Ryan, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And up next, we have Ford Waterstrat from Sustainable Harvest Farm.
Hey, hello everybody. It'd be love it if I could see you all in person. I miss doing these in person, but virtual will work. Except I barely was able to get on today. But hope everyone is doing well and staying warm and cozy, and getting excited about some produce upcoming. We're just getting started in our greenhouses and super excited about the season. So we are down in London, Kentucky, a certified organic farm. And have been doing CSA for quite a few years and excited for another one up ahead. We grow kind of the whole gamut of vegetables and some select fruits, just like the other farms. But our CSA is fully customizable. If you're going to be out on vacation and you know that you don't want to get a vegetable share that week, you can schedule that, not pay for it that week, and you get extras the week after. And we have the 20-week season, starts in late May or early June, then runs for 20 weeks. We have 3 sizes that we feel like are just a great fit for different size families and different amount of vegetables. We do have pickup locations kind of all over Lexington area. And I'll try to put a link in the chat in a moment to show you our different pickup locations, but they're also there on the screen in front of you. We do deliver to the government center. We got Chevy Chase, Colony, Donut Days, Heartland, Whole Foods. We do offer home delivery, and then we have a couple pinning locations in Hamburg area and also kind of the north part of Lexington. And then we also do have drop-offs in Richmond and Berea as well if you're down that way, and up in Louisville as well, but mainly in Lexington. A couple things we're really excited about this year are some new chocolate sprinkled tomatoes that we're going to be growing this year. We came across those and loved them, and they're beautiful. So excited about that. Also excited about always trying to grow more items that families can use without having to cook too much, like some lunchbox snack peppers, watermelon. Last year we grew a new variety of watermelon, this orange variety that we've just really grown to love, and so super good, and also just standard regular watermelon. Then we do cantaloupes as well. Excited about some new lettuce varieties. I've been talking with some of the other farmers in the group, and they've shared some of these one cut, easy cut lettuces for salads that we're excited about. Gosh, let's see. I made myself notes. But yeah, and another thing that we try to provide for first time members, and I'm honestly for everyone, is kind of like a tips and tricks of how to best utilize your farm share that you get, because it is pretty daunting to get a delivery of vegetables for 20 weeks. I mean, that's, nearly 5 months. And our family, we get behind on using vegetables, and sometimes despite the fact we have a whole cooler full of vegetables, we just end up having chips and hot dogs. So don't feel bad if you get overwhelmed if your CSA share, but you can schedule it on, put it on hold, pick out exactly what you want. So I just think it's great that all these great farms are coming together to get people great food. So hopefully you all will be able to participate and enjoy it. My tip though is make sure that you do utilize, and I think another farmer mentioned this, utilize the different features that your farm has with their software. If you're going to be out of town, you can go ahead and schedule those things in our software platform, so you don't have to worry about being gone, and that money, like if you don't get your share, that money just rolls into your account for the rest of the season. You can get extras, or if you don't spend it all in 2026 and you'd like to stay with us in 2027, that money just kind of rolls over indefinitely. So yeah, lots of great things. Let me just I think that's about it. It's hard to follow up after all these other great farmers. So would love to be your farmer family this year, and hopefully we can bring you some good vegetables. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ford. And up next, we have Bree Pearsall from Rootbound Farm.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Bree Pearsall, and I'm with Rootbound Farm, and we are in Oldham County. We've been part of the LFUCG program for 10 years, and this will be our 11th season doing community-supported agriculture. And every year we just deepen our commitment to CSA. I believe it's just unparalleled for the farmers and for the members. It's just the most the deepest and most rewarding way for us to farm and for our customers to be able to dig in to local food. I wanted to thank LFUCG as well. As other folks have said, this is an incredible benefit. It's also one of the largest employer benefits that I know of. So, it's not only an opportunity to have part of your CSA paid for, but a pretty significant portion of it. So it's a really amazing program. So as you can see here on the slide, thank you, Katie. Our CSA season goes up to 32 weeks. So we do offer CSA for 8 months of the year from May through December. But you don't have to sign up for the full 32 weeks. We've been thankful to participate with the LFUCG fall program for the last several years, and we've got to meet many of you through the fall program as well as the summer one. So we have a few different payment plans when you sign up that you'll kind of define how long you want to participate in the CSA. We do have a flexible plan that is 8 weeks long that allows you to renew for 8 weeks at a time throughout the season. And then we also have all the way up to committing to the full 32 weeks. And for members that want to jump in and participate for 32 weeks, we do offer a 10% discount, which people really enjoy if they're jumping in for long-term CSA. Our CSA is customizable. We use a online platform similar to many of the other farms on the call. Members find it to be very easy. You'll have a window where you log in every week, the same time every week, depending on your pickup day. And you'll make changes to your share. You can see what's in your cart and take things out and add more of certain things. And one of our members told me that, you know, their family looked forward to every Saturday morning sitting on the couch with the laptop and doing their farming. And so I think that's a really fun way to think about CSA membership, is getting to have that connection to the farm, but also getting to do your farming from the comfort of your couch and customize your share. So every week we'll send out a recipe roundup for highlighting items that are in the share that week. So if we've got something new or interesting, some sweet bullhorn peppers or broccolini, which might be something new that you haven't had before, we'll always include several recipes for how to prepare it. And our members help us source the recipes as well that they're having a lot of success with. So you know, we're all supporting each other. We're all in it together with trying new things. Our pickup locations are listed there. We do have one at the government center and then several other ones throughout town in the Ashland area, Southland area, Chevy Chase, Whole Foods out Nicholasville Road, West Six Brewery, and a few more. So take a look at our pickup locations. We do also raise animals on our farm. So we offer certified organic eggs, chicken, and lamb raised on our farm. And we offer those as shares, but you can also add them on from time to time. So you don't have to commit to a share to be able to access those items as well. We also offer a pay it forward CSA program where members can choose to opt in to pay an additional $10 a week to offset other members' memberships. And this will be our third year offering pay it forward shares. So that is an invitation if you want to help someone else pay for their CSA share that might not be able to participate without it, then we invite you to do that. Or if you know people in your community that might benefit from a reduced cost share, then check it out. Lastly, I'll just say why I love CSA. CSA is all about connecting to our place more deeply, and CSA really keeps me rooted in the natural environment and also in this amazing place we call home. And Kentucky is a wonderful place to be in a CSA because we have it all here. We have those hot summers. And then as today shows, we take the swing all the way to the other end with these cold winters. And so there's an incredible abundance that comes with that. And all of our members say that they're eating way more vegetables just by being in the CSA, and that they're eating new vegetables that they haven't tried before, and incorporating them into their daily routine. So we're excited to launch another CSA season, and just thankful to our CSA members that allow us to do what we love and do it every day. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thanks so much, Bree. Really appreciate it. And just listed some really great benefits of CSA, and appreciate the tips and tricks there. And I'm so glad you mentioned also your newsletter. And I wanted just to kind of state, my tip before we transition to CSA reminders and resources is definitely going to kind of take advantage of the farms resources. Lots of farms provide a weekly newsletter that has recipes like Bree mentioned. There's also lots of recipes online, but it's always nice to also ask your like colleagues or coworkers what they're doing with their share. I feel like I'm always less intimidated if I can ask someone that I know, hey, what did you do with this? So just also encourage you to check in with other participants, ask them what they're making with their CSA share. I always get some great ideas there. So just one final tip for you. And I'm going to pass it back to Faye, and she's going to wrap us up with some reminders and resources.
Yes, thank you, Katie, and thank you, farmers. We are so lucky to be partnered with so many great resources here in the area. Again, like I said in the beginning, we had almost 40% of our participants today new to the CSA program. But because I work in human resources, I also know that we hired a lot of out-of-state people this year. And I hope that some of you all are on the call today, and I hope that this gave you a really good perspective on what we're doing here in the area. We grow great fruit, food, we have great people, and we have every wish to share that with you with this program, and I really hope you'll take advantage of it. So just some important dates to remind you of. We went through these earlier. February 3rd today. Hello. We'll get this started. April 13th, last day to claim your voucher, and April 14th at midnight, last day to redeem that voucher. Signing up, you're going to get a Survey Monkey. Susan Straub is going to send out an email, an all LFUCG email tomorrow, we hope, with the link to the survey and links to our partner farm page. But because you are here today, we want to give you early access to that. So we are going to drop a link to the Survey Monkey in the chat. We've never done this before. You all will be able to redeem your vouchers before anybody else. So that is super exciting. And then as Bree mentioned really quickly, we do have a limited number of vouchers, but if we have any left over at the season, we are usually able to offer an additional $100 voucher towards fall shares for those farms who participate in fall shares. So that's an incredible resource, and it's not open to anybody else. You must participate in the spring summer share season in order to qualify for that extra $100 voucher. And in Bree's case, where her season goes further, if you pay for your share upfront, your full share upfront, and we still have funds available for the voucher, you'll be able to take that off. They're going to issue you a refund for that amount. So again, another great opportunity to extend the healthy eating season and continue with our farms. So again, sign up for your share, add your voucher code, which you'll get after you fill out the Survey Monkey, and figure out your balance. Again, all of our farms have very generous payment options, and something that we're really grateful for as well. And again, one of you are going to get a free share. So make sure, again, to have your full first and last name in the Zoom so that we can pick a winner. Don't let that stop you from redeeming your voucher, because you will still need the voucher code in order to apply that full amount instead of the $250. And then our contact information here. Again, I'm Faye Barron here in Human Resources. My lovely colleague, Shannon Stanley, she is available to you as well. And all of our farms, you can contact with them directly as well. If you follow the link on this page, and it was also in the email that you received to sign up for today's meeting presentation, you can get all of their contact information here as well. So, do we have any questions?
Faye, thanks so much for that. And I feel free to drop additional questions in the chat. We had one come through that we addressed a little bit, but I think it's good just to kind of ask it again. It was, is there a list of what vegetables and fruits each farm grows? And a lot of that information, some farms have it listed on their farm websites, but wanted to ask you, Faye, if folks want to kind of dig in a little bit more with the farm details, what resource is best, or where should they go?
So go to the lexingtonky.gov Economic Development, Agriculture, Development, and CSA Partner Farms. So a lot to say, but easy to click. And we do have a grid there that kind of outlines what you can expect. It's a general, better than general, but not super specific. But again, reach out to your farms websites, their Instagram pages, their Facebook pages, and see what they're anticipating for the year.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Faye. So, and feel free, so it's linked right at the top, right under the CSA Partner Farms header. You'll see that compare to
Yep, it's right here. Compare farms at a glance.
Yep, perfect. If anyone has other questions, and if you need help renaming, we're happy to do that too. So feel free to, but if you have your first and last name, you are already entered. So you don't need to drop your name into the chat. If it's already listed, we've got you. And if you have any other questions from the content today, let us know. But I did just want to ask some just general questions, Faye, and just kind of get us started with, we addressed it a little bit, but just if folks are wondering, do I have to pick up my share at the government center?
You do not. There are places all over the city and state that you can pick up your share, pick something that is convenient to you, something that you'll. One thing that I do want to mention, when you're picking your location, make sure that you know the access times for that location. I know that we did have an issue last year that someone picked their delivery location and they consistently close before they could get over there. So we don't want that to happen to you. We want to make sure that you get your vegetables on time and that you're completely happy with the process. So if ever you're in doubt, give me a call, give the farms a call, and make sure that that's what you expect, that you're getting what you expect, and we'll definitely make sure and work that out for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Faye. And then can I use my LFUCG voucher for eggs?
No, I'm sorry, you can't. You can definitely add on that voucher or add on that to your share, excuse me, to have it delivered. But unfortunately, the voucher you'll need the entire voucher for your CSA share, but you can't skip out on or decline the vegetable share and just spend that towards eggs and flowers and other pantry items.
Awesome. Thanks, Faye. And is everyone eligible for this LFUCG program?
All LFUCG employees are, whether they're full-time or part-time. And something to remember for our people who might be retiring this year, because we've already had a couple and it always does happen. Congratulations on early on your retirement. But if you sign up for your share now, and you pay for your share and you retire, make sure and move your pickup place. You can continue to pick up those vegetables. You have purchased them for the year, but make sure that they are in a place that you can retrieve them.
Awesome. Thanks, Faye. It looks like we had a couple come through the chat. One was, can two employees combine their vouchers for a share?
Unfortunately, no. But I strongly encourage anyone who doesn't feel like they will use a large or a small share even, to get started. Get together with your colleagues and see if you want to share a share. We've had that happen in human resources quite often. Two employees, they use the one voucher for the entire share and then they split the balance and do week on, week off, or just share the share itself each week. So you've got a lot of options, but unfortunately you cannot combine the vouchers.
Thanks, Faye. And just kind of related to that, in terms of payment, can I pay my share balance using payroll deduction?
No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. But our farms are very, very flexible in their employment plans, and I think that will more than make up for that.
Awesome. Thanks so much. And it looks like I think we covered all the questions in the chat. Wanted to ask, feel free to come off mute if we didn't get your question covered. We can answer it now. And then Farms just wanted to ask you if anyone had any other last minute info you wanted to share or tips or kind of questions. You're welcome to chime in too. Well, and I'll just kind of close this out too. I know a lot of the farms mentioned their customization. And so that customization window always happens a couple days before your pickup. So my other tip for folks is to put a reminder on your phone or in your calendar of when you're going to customize. Just so you remind yourself to do that every week. Some farms do have reminders for it and they'll send you a message, but just want to, I always feel like it's nice to have that on your calendar. And just also to encourage you, you can use multiple emails for any of the farm communication. So I would encourage you if you want to put your personal and your work email just so you make sure you're getting it depending on when you want to check that or when you want to receive the communications. You can also add a different person onto that communications if you'd like and you want it to be amongst other people. So just really encourage you to go in and put as many contacts in there as you feel like will be helpful for you. Set those reminders, and that really allows you to kind of take full advantage of whatever benefits the farms are offering. So just one other reminder. And Faye, I wasn't sure if you had any other final tips or messages.
No, let's see. Marcy asked, can you post the path and to look at the farms? And it looks like Natalie took care of that for us. That's wonderful. If you still had trouble with your name in the Zoom and you want to make sure that I know that you were on here, please do. Just shoot me an email, fbarron, send me a Teams message. I'll make sure that you get in the raffle. And Katie, can you confirm that the SurveyMonkey link was dropped?
Oh, I can drop that in right now. So we haven't yet, but just as and Faye, feel free to chat about it. I'll drop it in.
Yeah, so that's the link. That's going to be the link to claim your voucher. She's going to ask for your name and your email address and the division you work in and your employee ID. Again, this is for full-time and part-time employees. Unfortunately, if you are a contract employee with LFUCG, this benefit is not available to you, mostly because it is a taxable benefit and we would not be able to apply that. So I apologize for that because I want you to have vegetables. And I want us to all be healthy, and I want us to support our local farms that we are so lucky to have in this area. So once you fill that out, I will get it, and I will send an email to your address with the instructions for each farm and the voucher code, and then you can get started ahead of everybody else.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Faye. And so that's in the chat for everyone. So feel free. We'll give everyone a moment if you want to click on that link before we wrap up the meeting. You're welcome to claim your voucher today as just another special perk of joining us for this kickoff event. Thanks all for being with us.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I think this is our best turnout, and I am so pleased.
Wonderful. Hope everyone has a great day.
Yeah, be careful out there. The only thing you can count on when it comes to the weather in this area is the inconsistency. So good luck, everyone.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.